Hey, we're here today with Michelle out in Kaya. Bumped into her in town in the merchant centre. She was telling me she has a problem with her back and that she has a problem with the horses. So much out today to do healing for the two horses and for her with Lovey and Mickey. I say Lovey, I'm not talking about you, Michelle. The horse's name is Lovey and she's pregnant and she's been looking like she wants to slip her foal. So Michelle just wants me to have a look at the two of them and see what I can do.
Alright, so this is Lovey. She's an 11-year-old warm blood. She came to me as a 4-year-old when she'd got stuck in a fence and severed her right rear extensor tendon and degloved right down to the bone. So she had just been backed and the owner couldn't afford to do any vet treatment, and she told the lady who had her to put her down, and that lady refused. So she was given to me in September after that accident, and as a nearly 5-year-old, and I just absolutely adore her. She's my heart horse. I've never owned a well-bred horse before, and she's just gorgeous, and she lives up to her name. For all the years I've trekked her a lot, and I was starting to do quite a bit of working equitation on her, and she's very good at that. But she loves getting out, and then she re-injured herself in winter time and reopened up that leg by smashing it on a steel bar, and it basically reopened up the whole wound, and we've been having trouble healing it. She was mated on the 4th of February to a live cover stallion because we couldn't get her pregnant by frozen, and 2 weeks ago she had a show, and so I'm worried that she's in the process of losing the foal, although on the Monday after that show we got her scanned and the foal was very active. So she's now on progesterone to try and hold the pregnancy, just to make sure.
So I'll start off here with Lovey because she's the more urgent one with her difficulties with perhaps losing her foal. So one of the first things that I've picked up, and with Michelle standing in front of her, is immediately I sense there's a very strong energy between the two of them, and that a lot of Lovey's difficulties come from her connection with Michelle. I can see she's a very, very spiritual horse. When I put my hands on her, initially she's very unsure of me. You'll see her head go straight up and she's looking around. She's in that fight or flight mode. And as she starts to sense my energy, you'll see that her head drops a bit. She's not quite so alert. And you'll see that her eyes will start to roll slightly, almost like she's getting into a relaxed state. And that's what I know. So when I start to work with horses, I look at their physical signs first, because horses can really hurt you. So you've got to make sure that they're connecting with you. And as I'm connecting with her, with my hand on her wither and towards her pole, I sense her connecting with me and lowering her fight or flight mode. We start working with her. But one of the first things I sense, she's very well connected to Michelle, and I sense that part of her losing this foal is something to do with that's going on with Michelle, and we'll get to that a little bit later. So as I work with her, I see her relaxing. At times she's dropping it right down and she's starting to graze and whatever, so I know she's completely relaxed with me. She's connected to my spiritual energy, but not seeing me anymore as a threat that she may need to run from. So as I run my hands over, I'm going straight to her belly where the foal is, and just putting my hand there and seeing what's going on there. And there's definitely, she is seeming like she may want to lose this foal, but I'm sensing that that's connected to other energies on the farm and Michelle's energy, and we'll just help through the healing with Michelle later to clear that, and hopefully we keep this foal, this pregnancy going. So as I put my hands there on her stomach where the foal is, I'm just seeing what comes up to me, and I'm getting straight away, I think this foal's going to come a little bit early, and it's probably not a bad thing because Michelle tells me that she's 11 years old, it's her first foal, so you probably wouldn't wanting to have a big foal. And I think it'll come a little bit early, but I say what I'm sensing is that a lot of this comes from anxiety that she's picking up from Michelle. She's an extremely sensitive mare, and she's picking up on that energy. And so I'll just ask Michelle if there's any reason why she feels she may lose this foal, Okay, so she's saying that she lost a foal that was born on this farm. It was 2 years old, and that foal died recently, beginning of the year. So that anxiety she's carrying around the foal that she's lost, this mare Lovey is picking that up, and she's feeling that she may have that loss. She's picking up Michelle's energy. So when I work with horses, it's not always about the horse. It's often about the person themselves as well. You know, our energies. Horses pick up energies. You can come to a field from 200 meters away. The horse will pick up your energy straight away. If you're depressed and all those kind, that horse picks up that energy. It'll look across at you and notice straight away something's not right. So it's really important when we're working with horses is to keep our energy in the right space, because they pick up on energy. And if they have all that anxiety and you want to go ride them, something could go wrong quite easily, because they're picking up on your anxiety, your depression, and your energy feelings. Horses really, really work on the energy that's around them. So I'm just sending this horse good energy, telling everything is going to be okay, and I'm just doing the healing for the foal inside and making sure that we keep this pregnancy going. And as I say, I do the healing with Michelle later, and if she changes her energy towards the situation, the loss of the foal, we will get a healthy foal in time. But whatever's meant to be will be. If she gets those lessons, then hopefully we'll save the foal. So this mare is really, really spiritually connected, and she picks up those energies very, very easily. And that's, Michelle has said that she's got to take deep breaths and that before she comes into the paddock to come and get the horse, because her in particular, if she's not calm herself, she can't get to the horse. And that just really shows you that some horses are really, really in tune with us. And they're teaching us that we need to relax ourselves, because if we come in there with a fight and flight mode, the horse picks it up straight away. Why is this person so tense? Something must be wrong. And they pick up that energy, and the energy lifts up, and then they become difficult to work with. So with this mare in particular, really, really sensitive mare, and needs to be worked with, really get your energy in the right space.